Guys, it's the Curvy Vegan here, where I'm making vegan fashionable. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm yet again in the kitchen making up another delicious soup. Today's specialty soup is salsa chicken soup, okay? So today I have came up with this idea from the top of my head, and I'm going to show you some of the items I'll be using today. Okay, so of course I'm going to be using my Earth Balance butter. I'm going to be using, for seasoning and flavor, Bragg's nutritional yeast, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, ground cumin, veggie, my garden veggie, gluten-free, black pepper, and my Himalayan pink salt. Okay, also take you over here, I have been marinating some Kroger's brand of the Simple Truth vegan chicken, along with, I've been marinating in this, but I only use half a pack to marinate 2 packs of the chicken. And I'll be using McCormick's taco seasoning as well. I have stewed tomatoes, 5 cans of those, and Rotel mild with green chili, 1 can of black beans, and half an onion, my black rice, and my golden sweet corn. Okay guys, so let me get you guys prepared for this wonderful cooking show today. I'm so excited. I have been, oh yes, and garlic. If you didn't see it already, I'll be using garlic, because I love garlic on everything, okay? Garlic is good for cholesterol, okay? So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get my pan nice and hot, okay? I'm using a really tall pan, so I'm going to put it on about a medium-high heat. The number system, about 6.5 to 7, okay? I'm going to let my pan get hot, and I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the ingredients that I use all the time as bases for my soup, such as onions. I did not do carrots this time because I didn't want carrots. Oh, there's one more ingredient that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a Daya cheese, the vegan cheese. It has no dairy or animal product or any animal byproducts in it. And I'm going to be also using tofuti cream cheese. And when I garnish it, I'll be garnishing it with avocado and the tofuti sour cream, along with some green scallions or green onions. So as you see, I think I've done a Brunswick stew in here, and I did a soup last week, but it didn't record like I needed it to record. So unfortunately, I did a dump soup. Basically, it was called free your fridge soup, where things were getting ready to go bad, and I wanted to use it before, you know, no wasteful food. So I call it a free your fridge soup. It was also tomato based, and I use tomatoes because they're really anti-aging. They also help with things oxidizing, or helping to oxidize in our body. Is acidic, so it helps with the body fat area, the belly fat area. I also use onions and black beans all the time in a lot of my soup. Black beans, or beans period, are a source of protein for vegetarians. And I also use nutritional yeast a lot of the times. And nutritional yeast, it is very high in vitamin B. So this contains no gluten, no eggs, no milk. It is just vitamin B's in there. And so here we go. My pan sounds nice and hot, as you can hear it popping over here. Oh, my black rice. Okay, this is the first time I've actually used black rice. But black rice, I'm using about 2 tablespoons of that, and maybe a half of the Earth Balance vegan butter. And I'm gonna put my pan down a little bit more because I don't want it to burn my veggies when I put them in there. So I always use Earth Balance. You can always use something else. Ooh, yeah, this pan is horrible, but it's a big pan and I love it. So you probably can see the smoke. So next I'm going to take my chopped onions. I chopped about a half of onions, and I'm going to dump them all in there. And I'm going to turn this towards the food so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. But black rice, back to black rice. Black rice is a great source of, sorry, I'm preparing my camera, okay. It's a great source of antioxidants. It's probably the best rice out there, and a lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people don't know about it. So, at this time, I'm going to let that saute down. And I start adding my seasonings, such as my salt. You always have to flavor your base because your base is going to be what makes your stock. And this is a good teaspoon or so of the Himalayan pink salt. And this is the best salt to use. I use it because it still contains the minerals our body needs. Also, I'll be using onion powder. I forgot to show that. I like onion and onion powder because onion has a little bit more of a smoky flavor to it. Of course, I'll be using black pepper. And of course, I forgot the adobo. Love adobo, especially in a soup like this. I'm going to get about a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of cumin, ground cumin. Got my cayenne pepper here. And I want it hot, so I'm going to use a good heaping teaspoon of that. And as you can see, I do not measure. Not officially anyway. And my garlic powder. About a teaspoon of that. Then I stir. I stir all that in. And you have to be careful because that's smelling hot. So I let this kind of saute for another minute. Let it sweat a good bit with the top covered. And then the next ingredient I will be using is garlic. I like to put my garlic in last because garlic burns really quick. So again, garlic is really good for cholesterol, you know, and reducing those issues when it comes to our cholesterol in our lives. So I don't want to cook that too much. All right. Now I'm adding about a tablespoon of garlic. And again, I put a lot of cayenne pepper in here, a lot of black pepper, because pepper, I'm covering it up. Pepper actually, spicy foods actually, I can't talk, help you burn calories. Okay. So now I'm gonna add a small cup or half a cup of water to that, because particularly for this pan, I don't want it to stick. So just a little water to that for right now. Now I'm taking my marinated vegan chicken, and I'm going to toss over in here. And you say, oh, that's a lot of chicken, but the main thing in this soup is chicken, or lack thereof, right? So I just try to stir it around a little bit, get that flavor in there, nice and incorporated. Then I cover, and I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna let this cook down for about four or 5 minutes. I am back, and as you can see, I hope you can see, and you probably can't really see. There we go. I love this vegan chicken because it does not it shreds up like regular meat. So now I'm getting ready to add all my cans of tomatoes. I'm starting off with my rotel. No particular order, really. I'm just starting off with it because it's the closest thing to me. And it has the green chilies in it, so it's going to give that salsa taste, and it's going to be delicious. And this is also, of course, tomato based. It has a lot of spice in it. And I'm using about 4 cans of that. I need to get all my goodness out of here. Can't be wasting nobody's food. And my last can of rotel. And as you can hear, it's already got this boil to it. And I'm just going to quickly stir it around. Okay. Before I begin to add the rest of my tomatoes. Okay. So now I'm adding just regular stewed tomatoes. A lot going on, right? And I'm just adding them. No extra rhythm around. Just adding them as I go. Have 2 more cans. I use 5 cans at all because I need this soup to last. I really need it to last. Okay, so now that I got that taken care of, I just want to stir. And I'm going to, I need a metal spoon because this is chunky soup, and I'm just trying to get in there to make sure all of my chicken is, you know, it'll eventually incorporate together, but I want to stir it around really good. Okay, so now I'm gonna take one of my cans, it doesn't matter which one, and I'm gonna add some water to it. And I'm start adding water really slow here. And as you all know or have seen my previous videos, I never buy pre-made vegetable stock because I use the vegetables, like my onions and usually my carrots and scallions and things of that nature. I technically use that to make my stock and just add water and one of my bouillon cubes. So I added about 3 cans. I didn't even count. I think it was about 3 cans of water. So I'm just loosening up the bottom a little bit and letting it go. Now I'm adding some additional seasonings. I'm using one of my garden vegetable cubes, which is great for flavoring soups. I don't care what kind of soup you make. And I'm gonna stir it in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of my taco mix. Yep, this is gonna be a dynamite soup, I tell you, in more ways than one. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my black beans. I'm using the juice and all because I'm using water as my base, and I didn't use a lot of salt, so I'm using the sodium from my black beans to help flavor my soup. I added my black beans. I only use 1 can. You can use 2 cans. It depends on what you want to do. There's no rhythm around. Like, this is truly another dump soup. Truly a dump soup. And lastly, I'm going to, for right now, not lastly, for right now, if I can get this bag of corn open. You can use real corn, not real corn, but fresh corn. You can also use frozen corn like I'm doing. It's all up to you. It's totally up to you. So what I'm doing, I feel like putting the whole thing, because it's going to be so hot as far as heat, spice, like cayenne pepper and all that pepper and stuff. I'm going excuse me, I'm going to add this corn because it's going to help balance out the heat for me. And so this is what it looks like so far. I'm not going to add my black rice at the moment. I'm going to let this simmer down for about 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to get my kitchen back together. I'm covering this, of course, like such. And then I'm going to let it simmer and let all the juices and things get in love with each other, have an intimate moment in this pan of love. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to, in about a half an hour to 45 minutes, depending on what it looks like, I'm going to add my black rice, because I don't want my black rice to get mushy. I want it to still have a rice effect, you know, not like a mush. So I'll be back shortly. Guys, it's been about 45 minutes and I got a good simmer, and I'm going to add in my about a cup or 2 of black rice. I'm probably going to do a cup and a half of the black rice. Oh, and I spilled it everywhere. Blooper moment. Okay guys, I am back and my black rice is done. And you can always, what I do is I'll get a little bit, about that much, grab my spoon here, and then grab a grain just to make sure that it's done. And they actually can cook a little bit longer, so I'm going to keep it simmering. Black rice takes a little bit longer to cook than most rice, of course. So, give me another 20 minutes or so. I'm going to recover it and try to get this black rice cooked. Be back in shortly. Okay guys, I'm back, and I have made a cheese sauce using the tofutti cream cheese and Daya cheese, and I added water, heated it up in the microwave, and I have this consistency of a cheese sauce. And I'm just going to kind of stir it in to give it more of a creamier consistency, salsa and chips consistency type thingy. I'm going to turn this back up to about 4. It's on 2, right? It was on 2. I'm turning it back up to 4. And you see how it's starting to thicken up a little bit? That's exactly what I want. Right there. It's not going to taste real cheesy, but I want some hint of cheese. And then the last thing I'm going to add is my nutritional yeast. It's also going to help give me some thickening and my vitamin B and that cheesy flavor, but not to overpower the salsa. And I just stir. Yeah, so I'm going to bring this to a boil or a simmer. I'm going to let it simmer for a few more minutes with this, so everything can really get mixed in and incorporated and melt down like it needs to. So I'll be back. Alright guys, this is the definitely finished product. Nice creamy chicken salsa soup. And so I'm going to make me a bowl of it because I am very hungry, and I'm going to show you guys how I put it on my plate. So give me a second.